Hello, and welcome to Aska. So, I'm trying to recruit people because I lost a lot of people, and I'm trying to rebuild this place because the rules, shall we say, changed in terms of, or rules got added in that started complicating things in terms of where you should be putting your buildings. I've just got so much to do. I've kind of like just got around to building this new workshop place, so I need to find out, well, actually I've hardly got anybody working in those sort of places. It's like, oh, bicycles. Anyway, one thing I was going to do is, I'm just going to check, because I've been recruiting quite a few people and I might have missed somebody. I don't know. Actually, it should tell me. Log, general. Yeah, so there's somebody is homeless. Right, so I've just recruited Binya. What's your specialities? You're good at wood. Right, I don't need anybody in there, to be fair. So yeah, that's not good for me. Unless, as it turns out, people I've got working in wood are useless, in which case, yeah, welcome aboard. You're just what we're looking for. Yeah, there's some. I've just got this feeling there's something wrong. And that I've been going around some of these buildings. I'm pretty sure I did go through this process of actually checking that people who are in a job were actually good at that job. When I say they're good at the job, they've got this, like this, for example, here. So if I have a look at Rolf, Rolf apparently is a good lumberjack. Now, as it turns out, actually Rolf would have actually made a good craftsman. I do need more people doing that, actually. So, yeah, okay. I could do a bit of shuffling around here. Put Rolf in one of these buildings and her in another one. Anyway, I've got a bit more room to summon somebody else. I still don't know what... Hang on a minute. I've already got a Jonty or Yonty and a Rolf anyway. Seriously? I think we'll recruit this Jonty. Actually, that's a thought. Can I change your names? Yes, I can. I can actually change their names if I want. So I could call them like potato and carrot and onion and all that sort of thing. It could be useful. Give them a name that suits their job, for example. Speaking of which, actually, I need people in here, so I'm trying to work out, right. This place is going to be a warehouse for the carpentry and for the metalwork. So, right, let's see. So the idea was this... now there's a thought. Why have I got... Technically, I only need one, don't... well, it doesn't really matter. Let's have a look-see. So the idea, anyway, this side is pre-production. So let's have a look-see. What is this one doing? Load. So that's long sticks. Ah, right, okay. So you're going to be hardwood log. So that's that one. And then that one. Oh, technically they don't need them. And that's logs. Yeah, technically these people there, I'm pretty sure all they do when it comes to the carpentry is chop up hardwood. So they don't use the soft logs, but it would be useful to have somebody here. Basically just try to keep things simple. This is like, we'll just keep logs here of both types. So I've got the long thin ones and the big chunky ones go over here. That was the plan. Now, what else do these folks need? So there's the iron drawn knife. So they need rope and they need sticks. Okay. So there should be a box over here for... Let's have a look what we've got in here. Well, that makes no sense. What have you got here then? Right, so I could get them to store just... don't store anything in here. Except maybe rope. Yeah, they don't use sticks, so that is sticks. That satisfies that. You just double check. Is it? This was going to be like a... I think this was meant to be for the... kind of like the middle. This is going to be basically the end. When you've finished, whatever you make goes here. Whatever you need goes here, but there's not enough room. So I've ended up extending it out. So this one, I mean, I'm keeping the tools, which is kind of like, it's all messed up just because there's just not enough room for things. I don't... I suppose I might have been able to potentially put the tools there, but... anyway, let's go and have a look back over here anyway. Sticks. Sticks and shafts. Ooh. Okay, so there's... I need somewhere where we store the shafts then. Oh, there's also... ah, no, that's a thought. There's the two... ah, that's interesting. So there's the... something I hadn't factored in. So there's... let's have a look here. Storage for... if I can find it. It's in here somewhere. Nope. Ah, there. Broken metal parts. Right. So, where can I... is there any chance I can... I think it's a big box, so I don't think it could go there. I think I'll have to see if I can squeeze it in there. Right, that was close to the end, wasn't it? Right, that's too big. Right, now, let's take this out, because this was kind of put in as a last minute sort of thing. Right, that one... for some reason it's not letting me pick that. Ah, there we go. Right, we'll go there, we'll dismantle that. Right, so that gets me a bit of rope out of there. Sticks. Right, so I can put the broken tools can go in here at least. Broken tools. I don't think there's like an order to it as such. I mean, it's E and Q to rotate. Ah, right, there is. Right, okay, so I can put it that way, for instance. Right, so pin that. So that can get built. So that makes sense for the shafts. Because basically that's to store ore, or bloom rather. And I was trying to find somewhere to store the stuff that goes in before. I wonder, can I put maybe I can put the tool rack here then. Although, I'll have to think if there's anything else, because I think there was... I'm trying to wrap my head around where do the shafts go. Because to be fair, yeah, they're going to make them, but there's other people need them. I was trying to wrap my head around where do the wooden shafts go. Because I haven't seen a storage box specifically for that. Clothes, seeds, leather. Same in the small crafting materials, which is that. Small crafting materials there. Ah, now, is there a... let's have a look, see, what's this? Yeah, so I've got small crafting materials here. So this is going to be the rope that they need. Now they're going to make... I don't know why that keeps resetting to that. How about we do... We can keep 50 nails here. 200 rope. I don't think they're involved in any of those, but... So it's not that. It's not that. What is it then? Is there like a small carpentry tools? I think it is. Yeah, I've a funny feeling there might be. Ah, there is small carpentry tools. Small carpentry materials. So that's long carpentry materials. Ah, there you go. So that's where the wood shaft's. Right, got you. Right, that's good. At least I now know that. That's now doable then. Right, so I've got that covered. So why have I got all of these then? Unless the plan was to store like a... Because I mean... I'm suddenly thinking, why did I put those in? Hammers... Usually when it comes to the tools, it's sticks or shafts. Yeah, we're covering them. They're covered, then there's those. Ah, now they need leather scraps. Right, okay, so I need a bit of room somewhere for leather scraps. Now where do the metal plates go then? Where on earth would metal plates go? That's interesting, metal plates. They're just the logs. The logs are easy enough. Wowzers, where on earth do metal plates go? Ah, they'd go in the broken, they'd go into here, wouldn't they? Because they're classed as broken as well. Yes, that's what that would be. So in which case, if this is still pre-production, because they don't make the rope, so let's take that back out then. Set that back to 250, so all we'll do is just store the rope here. What I could do is split it. I mean, there's nowhere, I don't think there's any room in here to put another one of these. That's about the same size. There's a trouble, you don't get much, like, wiggle room here. Yeah, I could put another tool, but, well, do we really need that many tools? Because I'm not planning on keeping weapons here. Right, let's leave that set to 0. And we'll keep about, say, 50 nails here. Oh, set that to do nothing. Except for the nails. Because they don't make anything like this. And I'll use that as a kind of a pre-production, if you will, for the leather scraps. So you can store up to 125. Not ideal, but we'll do that. Oops. Right, so that makes sense, I think. So that one there, so that can store. Right, if we just say you can store one of each. But there's a minimum, so there must be like 3 in a stack then. Yes, there's the iron plates. Now, having said, I'll have to see what the capacity is. I'll have to see, because I mean, the armor smith needs quite a lot of iron plates. Right, who have we just summoned then? So you can actually be Another melee combat person, but I think I'll put them in the farm. Because there is a farm that I've got. If I can find it. Workstations. So at least we can get that one. That's where is it? Improved farm number 3. So farm 2's maxed out. Right, let's have a look see. They can work in there. Right, I need to find somewhere to keep you then. Oh, that's a thought. I'll have to find out who they are again. Right. So this is for... Oh, it's another Jonde or Yonde. Right, so they are... Put them on there, then on there. Farm 3. Farm 3. You're another day person. I still think... I'm pretty sure I still need somebody in the barracks or something. Yeah, I still need... How much room have I got then for housing? 6 of 6. I would have had more room. Ah, now that might well be just because I've got a lot of builders now. Yes, I've probably got quite a lot of... I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I've got about 5 builders. Now I need somebody who's actually good at archery. But also I think I still need somebody for the barracks. They're in the farm. Do they get access to here? Because there's a lot of seeds here, isn't there? Yes. So, if we go to here. Let's have a look. See. Right, they need access to here so that they can get the seeds out of it. Gathering, crafting and food, they don't need to be here. I wonder if I don't think the farmers would come here. Yeah, pretty sure they don't need to be there. Right, I'm going to have a look in the storage for this building. As you do. I'm going to have a look and see if there's anything actually in the storage boxes, because I'll take them out first. I feel obliged to take anything out before I demolish this place. Right, there is a Hannah there. Oh, that's a thought. Actually, I can have a look in here, can I? Right. Open storage. Storage. Nope. Storage. Nope. 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 Forge. Take that out. Oh, bicycles. I was close. Right, that was the forge, the trough. Nope. Nope. Because they're not making any now. They used to. Oh. Ooh, interesting. Tinker's table, that's where I was looking at. Ah, that's interesting. I haven't looked. There's some storage here that I just don't recognise, to be fair. Tinker's table, which I know there was nothing in it. Why is it doing that? Stop doing that. Spoils of tinkering. Okay. So there's a log there. Right, I'll take that log out. I'll put some of this over here for them. They might find a use for it. Right, storage. There's some I'll just dump all this stuff in here. Because these are the sort of things they use and produce, so no big deal leaving it there. I said that. Oh, they do. I think they use. Oh, I think they use nails. I'm not sure. I know they produce them. And the place is whitelisted, so I'd like to think anybody's got access to the storage. It's this building, actually, isn't it? Yeah. It'd be a bit embarrassing if I knocked the wrong storage building there. Warehouse down. Right. That's large carpentry. I mean, this place will go as well. Alright. Interesting. So you're at a limit. Okay, so what's it split between? It's the wrong type of storage. Oopsie! What's wrong with that one then? Am I not going to storage in between then? So what's that then? So that's planks. Oh, okay. So that all that is just beams. Seems a bit odd. But this is all set up, like, just because of when I was trying to experiment and find ways to stop people eating raw food. This warehouse is it's all over the place, basically. Right, let's just do one final check then. So, small carpentry, nothing. Carpentry. I'll grab that. Right, so I think that's it. Oh, fiddle-dee. Why? Sometimes when I hit the escape key, it rolls back to here. Sometimes it just comes clean out. I mean, I'd like to think that the storage survives if you destroy the building, but I'm not 100% sure. See, I've done that. It just comes all the way out. Tool rack. Media materials. Forge. Yeah, I've hit them. That's bizarre, that. So after the forge was the trough. Outfit. Outfit. I wonder why they've got an outfit rack. Oh, yes, they... Ah, no, that's interesting, because they used to... Yeah, they used to make clothes. Yeah, because like this... I think this was the idea, was these would make the... You'd get... These ones would make the basic clothes. These ones would be making, like, the armour and what have you. But then the armour smith came along. So it's like, ah, right, looks like they've left that in. Does that go there? Yeah. Put that in there, right. What have I got in my pockets? Right, so I shall put them there. I'm also going to get them to build another building. Where is it? The metal parts collector. You get them to dump stuff here. Because why not? What does that need? Because it makes more sense for that to be there now, rather than all the way down there. But I'll get them to dismantle this place now, because it's no longer needed. Oh, hold on, take us to the right place. Right. We'll dismantle this place then. Oopsie! That would have been so embarrassing. Right, so, improved carpenter. Gone. Improved metalworker. Gone. Workshop. What? Now, how did I end up picking that up? Man, I'm going everywhere but where I want to go. I'm literally going everywhere but where I wanted to go, which is kind of bizarre. Right, just out of curiosity, so if we have a look at here on desirability, so the area desirability So they're complaining of one workshop house, a stonecutter's house. Wow, minus 15 for the improved armour smith. So in theory, once that goes, that'll cheer them up a bit because they're... Oh, that's a thought. They're complaining about that. What about the bloomery? I missed that one. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on the list. I mean, I'm thinking of moving it anyway. Because there's the bloomery here, and there's the charcoal or coal maker here. So I was thinking of moving that, but I think I'll set up the armour smith over here. So that goes under the improved armour smith. Because to me it kind of makes sense to have them in the same, or more or less the same place. Because they're going to be dependent on both buildings. They're going to be dependent on these for the things like the plates and what have you. And they're going to be dependent on the other one for the... No, I haven't said that. I mean, if I move that... Doesn't really matter. I mean, I could always move it a bit further up. I could move... Yeah, I could move them over there maybe at some point. It's no big deal because if all the things that they need gets pulled to here anyway, it's not that big of a deal how far away these two are. Anyway, this is all now pulled down. Actually, that's a thought. Oh, I can go and contribute it in an actual stick to the building of that little place over there. Let's do that then. There you go, have a stick. That's my contribution. I could get them some rope. I don't have any fibre on me. I think there's some... Last time I checked, there was a lot of it in here. Yeah, there's a ton of it in here. So we'll make that. Right. That gets that bit done. Now that needs a long stick. I'm going to assume, which is a bit dangerous, but I'm assuming they're going to take... Oh, it could go either way. Right, put that down there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to check, because I want to see if there's any of those, like, Draugr weapons have been dropped. I don't know if I'd checked over there. I mean, I know we're into the spring. Might have survived, you never know. But there's also, there might be some in here. So I'll go and check in this warehouse over here to see if anything got left here. Right, I'm not seeing anything there. Oh, there. These are arrows. So there's that one. Yeah, there you go. Right. I'm going to grab that. And I'll get them to study that one. Yeah, there's nothing in that one. Right, well, at least they can study this one anyway. May as well. But I clearly need, like, a lot more people. Because I've been, like, I just assumed it's a case of we're not, you know, growing enough fibre. So it's a case of, well, there's not enough to go around to then make the clothes. But it might actually be just the fact that I just don't have enough people. I haven't assigned enough people to this. So maybe it's that. Maybe that's what's been holding it back. Right, so let's see. So that needs a long stick. Should be some in here, hopefully. They're the logs. So what's that? That is extremely handy. Might to be fair, the armour smith needs 4 leg, but you know. But if I can get that one built, then I'll just tear down the other one. Ooh, who knew you can actually sprint while you've got a log in your hand? Get that built, and I'll just deconstruct the other one. Just somewhere for the, like, when you've got like a broken tool, the idea is go and put the item in there. And then somebody from there will, like the metalsmith, will fix it for you. Or you take a new tool and they'll build another one out of your old broken one. That is the plan. Right, so they're studying that. Plan, I think. Right, what goes in here? This is rope. Right, so I need somebody from a warehouse, so let's do... Hey, is there anybody here from, like, as a builder that I don't really need in another task? So that's woodworking. Ah, now that was it. Yes, that was it. The woodworkers that I've got, one of them's, well, I think one of them's not, like, ideally suited to being a woodworker, but if they're already maxed out, I haven't said that, I think maybe they're better at carpentry. Is it Rolf? Yeah, Rolf. See, Rolf's good as a good craftsman. So I actually might swap them out after all then. Right, okay. I don't need anybody if it's farming or melee. Because I need 9 people for that. You're a craftsperson. Woodwork. Stone. Stout constitution. Air power. Increased strength. So that, actually, let's assign them then. Let's just double check. So was that Yompi? Right, so they can now look after this warehouse. Oh, look at that. They're actually building the cart that I no longer need. Ooh. Look at me. So I'm going to assume they're going to... What are they doing? Are they chopping up things into bark or something? I am seriously confused. Especially when you've got like carts flying all over the place. So that's the woodworker, so they must be breaking the big stones up into little stones, I think. No, fair enough. Right, so that needs another long stick. I'm going to have a look and see if there is one. There's none there. I want to check the woodworker. I don't think they've got any. Yeah, the woodworker doesn't either. That's not good. Right, tell you what. Maybe I should get the forester to start working up there. Because there's a big area that, I mean, we're going to start planting in that area over there, but what about over here? That could be useful. We get them to grow trees over here. Let's have a look, see. So there's, I mean, this place, if we do the look on the ranges, it's all covered. Now this is for, oh no, they are going to do forestry. Okay, well they could work in both places, so get that then. That one stretches a bit further, and that's just to gather the old stuff. Oh, blood signals. I had a plan. It sounded like a good plan. Where's the long thin ones then? You're gonna... What happened to long thin ones? There you go. There's a long thin one. Except I didn't pick it up for some reason. So I'll have to have a bit of a rethink as to what they make for armour, because I might have gone... Oh, blood sickles, now they don't need it. I'll do it. Like, to be fair, there's like, looks like there's 3 stages to it anyway, so might. Nope, they don't. Turns out they don't need it. Who knew? Right, well, I'll go put this in the... Well, I could put it in the warehouse. Yeah, I'll go and put it in the new warehouse then. Why not? I mean, someone's got it. I'll leave it there, and then... oh, I said that after... Yeah, now comes the dilemma where I have to figure out which one it goes in. Right, it could go in there. But it doesn't. It goes in there. Right, so that's Yonti there. So presumably they're going out looking for things to put in there. I don't actually, that's a thought. I don't think they do anything to do with bones, do they? Oh, something I had on me has broken. Well, that's embarrassing. Right, so they're getting all of those bits and pieces from presumably here. Beams. May as well help them. Because the sooner that gets done, the sooner I can tear down the armor smith. And then I'll think about the next building, which will be like carpentry and not carpentry, be right. Well, actually, why not? Why not start prepping that? Because I don't think there is anything else. There's a. Let's have a look. So the advanced buildings. So. Oh yeah, I'm nowhere near getting chickens or picklings. That's like a long way off. I'm just saying. It's like, if there was a long way off, it's like a long way off. Right, so it's not them, it's these. These are the advanced ones. So there's workshop hut. Although technically I want to make sure they get that finished first. I'm going to grab a beam then. I've no idea what the builders are up to, but I wouldn't be surprised if one of them just suddenly decides, oh look, that place needs a beam, let me go and take it to it. Now, put that over here then. Now what do you need for stage 3? Wood posts, iron nails and thatch. Well, there's some thatch over here. I'm just saying. That's got me 4. Oh, that's why. Right, okay. Wood posts then. So they're planks. That's a plank sticking up in the middle of the air. Posts. We shall make a contribution to the roof. We'll get that finished off as soon as we can, because I'm just thinking, I mean, otherwise I might... I'm just hoping that makes life a bit easier, because if I start them building the other one, there's always the chance like there might not be enough materials to do both of them. Don't really know. Wood planks. Oh, there's a lot of... There's a post there. I wonder if there's any nails around here somewhere. I mean, I would have thought so, but it's possible somebody might have picked them up. You're taking thatch over there, aren't you? Fudgesicles. I knew they'd do that. Right, well the farm actually stores thatch, so... Deposit that. So we need 4 posts. Right, what does a post look like when it's not being used? Right, we'll get that. Alright, so the 2 of us are going to finish this off then. Right, that's good. Then the rest of that, hopefully, or maybe we might have some other storage. Might just be slightly short, but we'll see. When it comes to building the other one. Right, have I finished flattening? Yeah, it's not quite finished when it comes to the flatness. It hasn't passed the flatness test yet. Right. That needs pinning. Right, I built that, so what I can do, so this is going to get renamed to the armor smith. Because why not? And then it should be one person, I think. I'm fairly sure I've only got one person. Right, so Sigurd's going to be coming here. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting as to what do you make, because there's a lot of things you can make. I mean, these look exciting, but pretty sophisticated. So I think at this stage I'm just going to stick with tier 3 stuff, especially when there's only one person. Now, I don't know what the difference is between these. I'm assuming these will be... Oh, that's tier 2. Right, that's tier 2, right, okay. So for now, I'm just going to stick with tier 3 things. Slightly better helmet. So there's not tier 3... What happened to the tier 3 armour? I mean, there's a leather gambeson there. I'm not seeing tier 3 for that. Like, there's the tier 1 version, there's a tier 2. Then you get tier 4. Oh, there's tier 3 there. Right, so there's a tier 3 chainmail. Right, so we make sure there's one of each one. I'm going to crank that up to... doesn't really matter which order these go in, does it? Yeah, I can't set that. Some of these places I've been to, they've got an option where you can like set the default, so you can set it right across the board to a certain number. But that's the tier 3 stuff. So just for the sake of it, I'm going to do that'll be bottom. If you can do it, do it. If you can't, you can't. Right, there's nothing else at tier 2. Now that's a fine linen cape. I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but so that's tier 3, that's tier 3, that's tier 3. So you don't have tier 3 gloves, but you do have tier 4. Right, in which case the next thing is going to be tier 4 then. So this is all Huskarl stuff. So that goes at the bottom of the pile, basically. So if you can make it. If you can't, it's not the end of the world. So that's Bulwark, so that's Huskarl. I wonder why that would fall under that. Huskarl. I'll tell you what, if you do the helmet, at least that gives me a better idea than the gloves. So there's the helmet, the chest, well, the shoulder pads. So there's no gloves as such. Helmet, chest, gloves. So then there's the boots. So they don't normally do boots unless you get to that. So that's Huskarl's boots. The chances of getting that done, I think, are slim. But I'll leave it there just for the sake of it. You never know. You never know. Right, I need some food, apparently. Don't know why, but I need it. I'm going to take a peek over there and see how they're doing, because I don't think I've got that many people working in here. Ah, right, so I can't... That's a cooking house. Yeah, you can't upgrade it beyond that. So there should be 2 people working here. One during the day, one during the night, but they're not keeping up. And then there's a one over here. I mean, the plan is to move those so they're closer to the housing, so I've already started with this one. Now, this is interesting. Who's got access to here, then? So there's 2 people from the cooking house, 2 people from crafting and food. I suspect there's one of the warehouse people I haven't given access to. Yeah, crafting and food. Because I had to bring her back. Right, so hopefully that'll help. Right, so that is now going, which means that is now finished. So I don't think there's anything in the storage, but we'll check. Ooh, that's not good. I've got better things to do than this. Trouble is, I don't have as many people working in the barracks as I used to. Ooh, that's a thought. Ooh-bah. Right, you go there. And you're complaining because you don't have the gear here. Oh, bicycles. Oh, there's 3 people here now. Ooh. Come here, rascals. They're being rascals. Rascals. Right, who's that? Oh, you're done, right? Okay, there's nobody giving you any more hassle then, is there not? Right. I may as well break these up while I'm here. And we're waiting. Right, no stones. There's that one. So I'm assuming they must be coming from maybe up there. Oh, what was that? Arrows. Right, I'll pick them up. Because I might be able to put that into the study. I think that was... As far as I thought I'd learned how to do them. But I'll put it in just on the off chance. It's kind of funny because there was... I remember I actually studied the shield. But then I think it came back and said, oh no, there's... Because I think it's saying there's like 100% knowledge. Which to me suggests, well, that's it. You've learned everything there is to know about the shield. But then it was like, it's still available to be studied. Which has got me a bit puzzled. So I'm still one short on the barracks. So right, but I think I need a... Yeah, I need a night person, though, that's the trouble. That's tricky. I need to summon somebody else who's a night person, or start having a look around. There's someone that I could put in there. Well, actually, there's a... Interesting. Huh. This is the trouble here. I can't tell what's... on that study list, if you will. Everything's in the same colour. Like, if you press this Z or Z, whatever you want to call it, and everything looks the same. You know, everything's got the same colouring. It just highlights it. Nothing stands out to say this item is important. You'll probably want to pick it up. For whatever reason, it doesn't do that, which is a bit annoying. May as well pick those up. I'm not seeing any. But I'm going to have to wait until the next day. Oh, wow. Spring ends in a day. And so the problem was still not... I mean, I'm not ready for the next invasion. Oh, what's that purple stuff going on over there? It's like this... Do they spawn over there or something? That's a bit bizarre. Oh, fudgesicles, I've just realised. Yeah, I didn't get a one. Ow. I could have done with a horn, I'm just saying. I don't think I've put the horn in my pocket. Oh, hoppa. Right, that's finished. Right, okay. Right, well, see if we can get anything interesting out of these. Probably not, but you never know. mean, that's something you could do with somebody who will go around and chop these up. Save me a lot of hassle. Right, they're just mostly bones, I think. Well, there's a bit of metal, scrap metal, so that'll be useful for the crafting. Frog arrows. Right, we'll reset these back onto their original patrol. So there's one, from what I can tell, there's one person missing from here. But there have to be a night person. Right, then I need to do that. Now you don't have... let's have a look, see. So you don't have a weapon, do you? Alright, you need a one-handed axe. You need a one-handed sword. Right, well, I'll tell you what. Oh, that's interesting, actually. That's a one-handed... Right, so if we do a bit of quick trading, then. If I can. There you go. Problem solved. Why did they just do that in the first place? Why didn't they trade with each other? Or is that too obvious? Right, there you go. Yeah, I think that was a tad too obvious. Right, what was I going to do? Oh yes, right, so I'm going to head up to there, because, well, that's interesting, they've found something to study. Huh. Interesting. So I wonder what they're studying now. Anyway, so things to study are... See that? Why is that? It says it's 100%, but it's something they can study. Unless they're just getting round to it, maybe. Because to be fair, it is at the bottom of the list, like when it comes to the order of like tasks to do. So I'm pretty sure I used to have like 3 people in there because I had one person. Literally, I only had like one person would do that sort of stuff. But anyway, what would I know? Right, storage, small materials, medium. Oh wow, they're hoarding all of the plates. Why are you hoarding all these plates? Let's have a look, see. So you can have them. You can have them. Right, I'm pretty sure they can study the arrow. Right, I'll leave that to them. Right, we'll just clear this one out and then hopefully they can take this one down. Storage. Yeah, I can only get 2 out at a time. Oh, now there's a thought. I can put that shaft somewhere. I'll cheer somebody up. They can get shafted. Right, I won't grab that. Now that's a thought, actually. I'm curious to know. That building isn't actually in use. So does it show up on the list? Yeah, it does. So its very presence is annoying people. But you think, like, you know, this is like seriously important because you want people making things like armor. It's kind of important, but for them it's like, ooh, I don't like living next to that armor smith. It's all smelly. Like seriously? There's bigger priorities here. Right, there you go, it's gone. Now is that going to cheer people up? That's the $64 million question. So the area desirability has now gone up to 30. So, the workshop and the stone cutter putting people off at the minute. What about here? Oh, and the woodcutter. Okay. It's all three of those. So they're probably quite happy to have the gatherer nearby, unless the gatherer's a bit further out. I don't think why they'd be bothered by the gatherer. Oh, you're still studying things, are you? Okay. Right, so, what have I got in my pockets then? I've got 2 little blue stones. So I shall go and put them in the box. Because unless I've got 5, then I can't summon anybody. And even if I had... Oh, it's somebody running around with a torch. I was wondering what was going on there. I was suddenly panicking there. Right. Even if I could summon somebody, I don't think I've got the room to do it. But that's a bit of an improvement. So there's all those spare resources over there. So I think what we'll do is we'll set up... it's probably not ideal because I can't see well here. Right, yeah, your problem is linen. So let's see if we can fix that. So there's the workshop house. So this is going to be where I'll get them to make the lower level clothes, if you will, the basic clothes, plus the things like the linen. I'm going to try and avoid the basic... Oh, this is drifting again, isn't it? Oh, fudgesicles. Do this like a way to snap things to a grid. But I would appreciate that. If I could snap things to a grid. That can't be right. Right, we'll put it... Right, we'll pin that. Actually, tell you what. While that's pinned, I'm going to go down to the outpost because there's buildings down there that needed to be upgraded. I also want to check on them and see how they're doing for food. Because last time I was down there, there was like they didn't have any. They didn't have much in the way of food, or at least raw food. I've got. Looks like these are actually taking it to them, which is good. But there's, I think there's like all sorts of problems probably down there. Right, okay, well that's good, at least they're starting that. But yeah, I want to upgrade these. So there's the cooking house over there, because that'll open up more recipes. And there's 2 of the crafting houses as well. I mean, technically they should be upgrading these anyway, without me getting involved in pinning them. But I am a bit dubious. So that needs 4 planks. So you're probably saying you can't find any. Right, I'll tag that on. Yeah, I suspect they'll be telling me that there's nowhere to. Can I pin that? Or is it too many? Yeah, that's enough. Right, okay. Right. What? I need more foraging markers. Right. How far out do you need to go then? Because I'm going pretty far when it comes to there. I mean, there's this whole area and they're saying they can't find any. I'm seriously puzzled. That's a big distance to cover. I'm seriously tempted to switch these over to Outpost 2 only. Right, that'll be for Outpost 2. Just the fact that they're seriously struggling to find anything. And then if we come back up to here, if we head up to maybe there, right, that one's stone for some reason. Right, that one, can I dismantle it? Yes, I can. Yeah, because there's no point. I didn't realise I could do this remotely. Now that one, open the menu. That makes life a bit easier actually being able to do that. Because before I was literally going around to every single marker. And it's like, well, actually I don't need to. Right, so if I head up to there. Yeah, we'll head up to there and I'll create another marker. So anyway, they're all now pinned. How are you doing for food? So it's quite a bit. Wow, that's a lot of. What's that fish food? Fish soup. Oh, it's mushroom soup. Ah. So there's quite a bit of food there. Okay. I mean, I am tempted to actually now build them a farm down here. Maybe I should do that. Then there'll be a lot more dependent. Because for whatever reason, they're seriously struggling. I mean, I've given them 2 gatherers, but they're still struggling for some reason to find anything. They've got that. They do have plenty of. I would have thought plenty of markers. There's plenty of area to cover. But since I've taken away those markers, I better add more markers for these people. Otherwise, I'll get the same with them. Although, to be fair, they get a lot of their stuff from the farm anyway. So they'll be missing out on things like... Maybe they won't probably get as many berries, for instance. But... Right, whereabouts is this place I need to be? Oh, there it is. Right, I can see where it is now. Right, send them over here. Potentially, it depends on what I find, if I find anything. And there's flax here. Ooh. Various trees that are being chopped down at some point. Nothing jumps out in terms of food, but it might show up at a different time of season. I mean, there's some berries, I suppose. Right, if I put that one there. Right, how does that stand out? Yeah, it gives them a reasonable coverage there. If we go over to, say, there. I mean, I could extend it around. Right, let's go that way. Or is it that way? Oh, I haven't said that. There was... Oh, now what have I got in my pockets then? Oh, fudgesicles. I'm carrying too many things, so I can't pick up things like sticks because they go in here. Well, tell you what, let's drop... Let's go into what that is, because if that's set up, I think, for settlement, I think people would pick up these. Although, to be fair, we don't need them. We shouldn't need them. These are the old crummy ones. Now, I think I saw some flax. I should be able to get some rope at least. Rope, rope, rope. And then some sticks. So then at least I can get that built. Then I'll be able to get that other one done, so that gives them a bit of wiggle room. Since I've took some of them away. So who are these people coming out? Right, okay, so they're the gatherers for this place. I wonder why they're coming all the way out here. Right, anyway. We'll head over to that side. But at least now I can keep an eye on what's going on in Outpost. Well, there is only one outpost, actually. At least I can keep an eye on that. And what happened to... Unless that got nudged out of the... Yeah, I'm just suddenly thinking maybe that got nudged out of the way. The new workshop that we're building. It's possible. Right, if I stand here, look at the ranges, that Might be better to put it there, actually, since backpedal a bit. Right, so what are we seeing around here? There's plenty to hunt. Some flax that I can see. I mean, this is all going to waste, so yeah, let's put a flag here then. That should help, hopefully. Maybe. Take that out. Show the ranges. So yeah, so there's quite a bit. I'm covering quite a bit of area then. They're getting spooked by these people. I think I might have to take these out at some point. I mean, I don't see... Oh, I'm getting stuck on that. I don't see any point to recruiting anymore. And I've given up on this idea of being able to recruit people that I used to have. Or to summon them back. For some reason, the game seems to have just completely forgot about them. Either that or Roden just doesn't care. I don't know. Oh, is that a bony thing over there? Yeah, there's a bony thing over here. Yeah, there's a bony thing over there. Right, so there should be some... Right, I'm just going to take these out. I don't think there's any point in trying to bring those people back, because Odin doesn't seem overly interested. Well, I don't think they're interested at all, quite frankly. It's like, okay, you're a god. None of my business. What am I supposed to do? You can't really talk a god out of doing something. Right, and then there's the one around the corner. Oh, there's one behind me and there's one around the corner. Doesn't really help when it's dark. Where is it? Actually, that's a thought. Can I click on it? Oh, I can't. Oh, bloodsickles. It's a bit further down. It's around here somewhere. Right, take that out. Oh, a Draugr Ranger. Right, that's that cleared, but... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I saw any more. Then there's that one headstone round the corner. So yeah, that's a bit of a pity, that, because I was really banking on bringing those people back. Because at least I knew what they did. It's kind of... do you mind? Right. I shall chop them up into bits. Or in this case, I shall smash them up into bits. Oh, missed. And there's that one. Now, where's that other headstone? It's nearby. There's definitely another... Oh, it's down there. Where on earth is it? What, is it in there? Is it in here? That'll be right, surely. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Suggest it's... Oh, there it is, there. Oh, it's there. Right, gotcha. So they left behind things like Roadmaker, Wooden Hose, Wooden Hammer. It's not priority because, if memory serves, I wasn't storing any of those types of things anyway, to be fair. The strategy was just to store, like, the metal tools. As far as I remember, people used to pick up the... I think they started off with just, like, the basics like that. And then it was like, oh yes, that over time that sort of stuff wore out. So unless there's any, like, decent quality ones, there's just no incentive here to pick them up. Oh, there's a leather helmet, that might do. May as well pick that up. What did I just pick up? I picked up... Yeah, it's no point having that. Stone axe. Yeah, I don't see any point picking these up. I'm quite happy for them to... Well, I could destroy them, to be honest, and then they'll just never get used anyway, but... Leave them to the rabbits to play with. Oh well, hold on. So, yeah, there's all those places at the outpost, so... I don't know if... I mean, there's all these resources over there. Since we dismantled the armor smith and the actual workshop. There's like a lot of resources still lying around here. Probably mostly planks and beams, I would have thought. So I would have thought a lot of those would go into building this over here. I mean, once they've got this done, I'll expand it out so that they can do the... Oh, it's interesting, that's just needing the basics, right, okay. But once we get that done, I can then add on the extensions for that. And then that building will get ripped out. Now that's then going to need a warehouse of its own. And I think I might put another warehouse in the middle here. Then another warehouse that's dedicated to that one. It means these things have to get moved first. So I'll have to find somewhere else to put the farm. I mean, the other farm I ended up putting it all the way out there, but... Phew. Starting to make some progress. There's just, as ever, a lot more things to do.